Because our book is called When You Open a Book, we thought it was appropriate to have our first craft, making a book. Now, not just any book though, guys. This book is going to be special because one of the things that drew us to this book was the whimsical colors in the illustrations on the page. So we decided to make whimsical pages of our own using watercolor. So we took some cardstock. I had the kids go ahead and paint any images that they wanted on the cardstock using watercolor and water. And then we're going to go ahead and let that dry for a little bit, right? And because we wanted to make a hardback book, we're going to go ahead and use some cardboard to be our book covers. Now that the watercolor is dry, we're going to go ahead and cut this into 8 pieces, cutting it horizontal and then diagonally. And now we got 8 sheets for our book. Remember, we did this because if you look in the background of these images, you see how that looks like watercolor. So that's why we wanted to start with this as our base. Now we're going to put the book together first, and I'm going to use some hole punch. I'm going to hole punch all the sheets together, and then I'm going to actually hole punch the cardboard next. And hole punching cardboard is easy. Well, I thought it was going to be too thick, the hole punch, but it actually went through. And just so you guys know, the cardboard is totally optional. If you guys want to just write your books on the sheets that you colored with watercolor, that is perfectly fine as well. We just wanted this book to last a little longer, so we made it a hardback book. So now you're going to take some string. I'm going to weave the string through one hole, and then of course I'm going to go through all the holes and the covers, and then I'm going to tie it off. And when you're using this method, just make sure you guys are not tying the strings too tight or the book will not open. So leave a little slack there so that way you can open and close your book. Okay, so the next step now with your child, you're going to have them look at the images they painted with the watercolor, and you're going to have them come up with the story from that. All right, so we don't have a cover. We don't have like a cover page because we don't know what the story is going to be about yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip through our book and we're going to look at the pages we illustrated and we're going to write the story based on that, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, freeze guys. Hold on. I almost forgot. So remember at the beginning of the video, I told you guys how these crafts changed my outlook on life. This is the part I was talking about. So y'all heard me just tell my daughter that she's gonna have to look at the pages and come up with images from the watercolor, like, you know, use her imagination and just come up with the story based on the watercolor images, right? Well, as I was editing this video, y'all, I noticed that this girl was basically summarizing the story. Well, not really summarizing it, but using events from the actual story to create her story. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the actual pages where she pulled these ideas from, because I honestly thought it was an original story she made and I was so impressed. But I mean, she's 5, so I'm guessing at that age they're learning how to absorb information and then regurgitate it, I guess. So yeah, this is not 100% original story, but honestly, it's still a good story nonetheless. But I just wanted to give you that disclaimer, and then that's why you guys are going to see like little images as she tells her story to see where she got the ideas from. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Let's continue with the video. All right, so let's look at here. What's happening on this page of the story? Can you look here and tell me?
Well, there's the pirate playing with a sword.
A pirate playing with a sword? Okay, I see it.
And
okay.
there's the board playing too. They're playing fighting.
Okay, so a pirate fight is happening on this page. Okay, and then let's see, what about this page? What's happening?
Well, the girl and the boy are flying in a hot air balloon.
Ooh, a girl and a boy are flying in a hot air balloon? Okay, good. And then, ooh, look at this page.
Well, looks like the monster's angry.
Oh.
And they ruin the city.
Okay. All right, you know what? I should write this down. So the monsters are angry and they're fighting in the city?
No.
All right, and then second page again, you said something
the
about...
girl and the boy were flying on the air.
Oh, they were flying on a hot air balloon. Okay, y'all forgive me. Okay, all right, so we got the pirates are fighting with swords. The girl and boy flew away on a hot air balloon. The monsters are fighting and they ruined the city. What happened on this page?
Well, the octopus and the fish and the whale are having a tea party.
Okay. And then our last page of the book. What's happening?
Well, they were tasting the candies and running around.
Who is they? Who are they?
The girl and the boy.
Okay, so the girl and the boy, what are they doing?
They were in the candy forest.
Oh, they were in a candy forest, and what were they doing?
And they were running around.
I totally see the candy forest too. Okay, so we'll say the girl to make this story come alive, but you wrote a traditional story. So now we can, with all that being said, what is the name of our book?
When you open a book.
Well, we can't say that because that's already taken. That's the book that we read. So that's called copyright. You can't take somebody else's title, so you have to make up your own title for your book.
I'll say the girl and the boy are having fun.
Okay. That's a long title. So let's kind of say that in shorter and less words. The girl and boy are having fun.
Yeah.
Maybe The Fun Adventures of Girl and Boy.
Yeah!
You like that? Okay.
And that is how it's done. So all you're going to do is assist your child and help them brainstorm to come up with their story. Hopefully it's an original story, or I guess it could be an adaptation like Kimberly, but nonetheless, it's still a creative story. So now we're going to go ahead and do the illustration process. You can have your child paint pictures, print some clip arts from online, but Kimberly wanted to draw her, so I let her draw her images in her book.
Let's call her Bex.
That's gonna be her name?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she had a lot of fun drawing the images on top of the watercolor. And remember, the purpose of us doing this was because we love the way that the original book had the watercolor background. So we just kind of, did our own little spin on things.
Or
That's an F. I'm sorry. My handwriting's horrible. That says flew.
flew
Yeah, it's an F.
away on a hot air balloon.
Nice.
Hey, you didn't draw number 2.
Oh, you want me to put the page numbers? Okay, I'll do that afterward. Keep reading. You're doing a good job. I'll finish putting page numbers. You can put the 2. You know how to write your numbers. And then do the line.
Oop.
It's okay. Then do the line. You know the bottom. That look like 3. Oh, that's 2. That's 2. You just gotta connect it right there. And then it's a 2. All right.
2.
Kimmy, just like that, you wrote your first book. How does it feel?
It feels good.
All right, you're author like mommy. Let's go read it to daddy now.
Dad, have a seat. The pirates are fighting with swords. The girl and boy are flying away on a hot air balloon. Ruin the city. I don't want my city to fall down.
I know.
The octopus and the fish are in the candy forest. That's chocolate candy cane. That's the lollipop that Leah's like.
Okay.
I like chocolate.
I know you like chocolate. Good job.
The end.
Kimmy wrote her first book.
And this is what I meant by when I said life-changing events, because this event has forever changed her. Now she is going around the house every day since we've done this activity saying how she's an author and she wants to write her next book. So you never ever know what these craft activities can do to your child and how they can inspire them. So guys, I really hope you guys try this today. Try this one today, okay? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next. And today's book is called When You Open a Book by Caroline Derlatka and illustrated by Sarah Ugalati. We really love this book here in this household, and I cannot wait to tell you guys why.